Hi, welcome to ExamPadi. Our topic today is Firm and Industry Part 1. In this video we will 1. Explore the concept of a firm and an industry and their respective definitions. 2. Distinguish between a firm and an industry. 3. Evaluate the factors that impact the size of a firm. And 4. We will list, explain, and characterize the meaning of different types of businesses. In economics, firms are organizations that produce goods and services. They are typically owned and operated by individuals or groups of people and are motivated by the desire to make a profit. They play a crucial role in the functioning of market economies by allocating resources, producing goods and services, and providing employment opportunities. Therefore, firms are of different sizes, ranging from one-man businesses with limited capital to joint stock companies with vast amounts of capital. Examples are UAC Nigeria Limited, Toyota, Punch Newspaper, God is Good Motors, and so on. What is an industry? An industry is a group of companies that are related based on their primary business activities. It consists of enterprises or organizations involved in the production and supply of goods, services, or sources of income. Profitable industries include legal services, accounting, outpatient care centers, real estate, offices of healthcare practitioners, and so many others. In modern economies, industries are generally classified as primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. What are the differences between a firm and an industry? Number 1, a firm is a single production unit in the industry, producing a large or small quantity of a commodity or service and selling it at a price in the market. Its main objective is to earn a profit. An industry, on the other hand, refers to a group of firms producing the same product or service in an economy. In simple words, the firm is the business unit that is doing business individually, and when many firms are doing the same business, then it is called an industry. 2. Firms mainly exist to maximize profits and are managed by 2 or more partners providing professional services. They can be of different types, such as sole proprietorship, partnership, corporations, limited liability companies, and so on. Industries can be classified based on their degree and nature of competition for goods and services. Some of the types of industries are perfect competition, monopoly, oligopoly, and monopolistic competition. 3. Firms operate within an industry and are influenced by the market structure, demand and supply conditions, entry and exit barriers, product differentiation, and so on. Industries determine the overall economic performance and growth of a country or region. 4. An industry is a group of firms producing broadly similar commodities or offering complementary services, while a firm is a unit of an industry. What are the factors that determine the size of a firm? Here are some key factors that determine the size of a firm. 1. Market demand. The level of market demand for a firm's products or services is a crucial factor in determining its size. Higher market demand often leads to increased production and sales, which can expand the firm's operations and workforce. 2. Industry and market structure. The characteristics of the industry and market in which a firm operates can affect its size. Some industries have high barriers to entry, resulting in fewer firms and larger market shares for existing players. 3. Economies of scale. Firms can achieve economies of scale by producing goods and services in larger quantities, leading to lower production costs per unit. As firms grow, they may benefit from economies of scale, enabling them to offer competitive prices, invest in technology and infrastructure, and expand their operations. 4. Financial resources or availability of finance. The availability of financial resources such as capital, investment, and financing options can impact a firm's size. Access to funding and securing investments or loans can facilitate expansion and growth initiatives. 5. Managerial capabilities. The skills, expertise, and organizational capabilities of the firm's leadership or team plays a crucial role in determining its size. Effective management and strategic decision-making are crucial for scaling operations, optimizing resources, and pursuing growth opportunities. Other factors firms encounter include inflation, government regulations and policies, seasonal changes or fluctuation in demand, labor shortage, product quality or reliability issues, and marketing and advertising challenges. What type of business enterprises are you aware of? There are several types of business enterprises. However, we'll be discussing the following. Number 1, sole proprietorship. 2, partnership. And 3, cooperatives. Now, let's look at sole proprietorship. The sole proprietorship is an unincorporated business organization owned by one person who provides the capital, runs the business, and undertakes the risks and profits of the business alone. It is popularly called a one-person business and the oldest and the most common type of business organization. Examples of sole proprietorship are tailors, barbers, hairdressers, and so on. Sole proprietors get sources or funds from their savings, borrowing from friends and relatives, credit purchases from manufacturers or wholesalers, obtaining a loan from the bank, and so on. What are the characteristics of sole proprietorship? Number 1, ownership. It is owned and run by one person, though it may have employees. 2, source of capital. It provides the money required for starting and running the business. 3, lifespan. The lifespan of the business depends on the owner. The company can fold up anytime. 4, liability. The sole proprietor has unlimited liability. This means that if the business liquidates, the company's owner may have to lose his private asset to offset the company's debt. Merits of a sole proprietorship are: 1, decision making. Quick decisions are made and actions are taken by the sole proprietor alone without any worker's consent. 2, capital required. The sole proprietorship requires a tiny fortune to set up because it's easy and cheap to start and end. 3, establishment. It is straightforward to establish because of the small capital requirement. 4, profits. All the profits derived from the business belong to the company's owner because the capital outlay came from him. The demerits of a sole proprietorship are: 1, unlimited liability. A sole trader does not create a separate legal entity for the business, meaning the owner is personally liable for all the debts and obligations of the business. 2, the problem of continuity. A sole proprietor's death may cause discontinuity of the business, especially when no successor can take over. 3, lack of specialization. The sole proprietor is personally involved in every business section and has no area of expertise. The second type of business enterprise is partnership. A partnership is a business organization formed by an association of 2 to 20 persons with similar interests and by agreement decides and plan to run a business together to make a profit. The partners contribute money or property to the common fund of the business and share the risks, reward, and profits according to the agreed ratios. A partnership is usually governed by a written agreement generally drawn by a legal practitioner. The deal is called the deed of partnership, which is made for the internal activities of the business, or article of association, which deals with the provision for the business relationship with the outsiders. The duration of partnership could also include circumstances that can dissolve the partnership, payment of partners' salary, method of admission of new partners, and the objective of the firm. The agreement for the formation of partnerships usually includes the names of partners, the name of the firm, and so on. Before we continue, your task will be to discuss other agreements necessary for the formation of a partnership. The characteristics of partnership include 1. Mutual agency. Each partner has the authority to act on behalf of the partnership and bind it legally. 2. Unlimited liability. Partners are personally liable for all debt and obligations of the partnership. 3. Sharing of profits and losses. Partners share profits and losses according to their agreed ratios. 4. Joint ownership. All partners jointly own the assets of the partnership. 5. Equal rights. Each partner has an equal right to participate in the management of the business. What are the types of partnership? There are 2 types of partnership, namely ordinary and limited partnership. Now let's talk about ordinary partnership. In this type of partnership, all partners have equal responsibility in managing the business and are generally liable for any loss or risks. They have similar powers, unlimited liabilities, take active part, and share profits equally. While on the other hand, in a limited partnership, the debt of any member are restricted to the amount of money contributed to running the business. Only some of the partners take an active part in the company's management, but there must be a member who takes part in the company's running and bears the risk. Types or kinds of partners include 1. Nominal or quasi-partner. Here, he contributes only his name but does not take an active part in the running of the business. His influence in the industry can give him access to certain privileges. As stated in the partnership deeds, he is entitled to the company's profits. 2. Sleeping or dormant partner. The sleeping or dormant partner contributes capital but takes no part in the conduct and management of the business. He takes part in the company's profit or loss as specified in the partnership agreement. 3. Active partner. This partner participates in the business formation, financing, and management. Salary is paid to an energetic partner who serves as the company's managing director if indicated in the partnership deed. The advantages of partnership include 1. Joint decision making. When 2 or more partners put heads together and make collective decisions on the enterprise, better results are derived. 2. Privacy. There is privacy in conducting business affairs since it is not required to make its accounts available for public inspection. 3. Excellent continuity. The death of a partner may not lead to a total business dissolution since the other partners can still go ahead. 4. Loan facilities. A partnership can quickly obtain loans from creditors since they are jointly liable. 5. Personal contact. There is still an element of personal contact with both employees and customers. This is because of the relatively small size of the business when compared with the limited liability companies. The disadvantages of partnership include 1. Disagreement between partners can end the business. 2. The partners, especially in an ordinary partnership, can have unlimited liability in the case of business liquidation. 3. It may be challenging to manage because a partner's different opinion can hinder the business decision making. 4. It experiences limited growth since it has no legal right to obtain more capital through shares. 5. A business is not a legal entity because it cannot stand as a person in the court of law. Sources of finance for partnership include 1. Contribution from members. 2. Borrowing from the bank. 3. Borrowing from private individuals. 4. Sale of business assets, and so on. The last type of business enterprise is cooperatives. Cooperatives are organizations owned and operated by individuals who come together to achieve common economic, social, or cultural goals. The members of a cooperative contribute financially and participate actively in the decision-making process. Cooperatives can take various forms such as consumer, worker, agricultural, or housing cooperatives. Cooperatives are guided by cooperative principles including voluntary membership, democratic control, equitable benefits distribution, and community concern. They aim to provide reasonably priced goods or services to their members, promote economic empowerment, and foster community development. Cooperatives operate based on one member, one vote, ensuring equal participation and shared ownership among members. The characteristics of a cooperative include 1. Voluntary association. A cooperative enterprise is essentially a voluntary association of individuals seeking to improve their economic status through joint efforts. 2. Open membership. Membership of a cooperative organization is open to all those who have a common interest and are willing to accept the responsibilities of membership. 3. Variable nature of members' liability. The liability of members of a cooperative organization is limited to the extent of their investment. 4. Democratic control. The affairs of a cooperative enterprise are managed by the members themselves on the basis of democratic principles. The advantages of cooperative are 1. Equal status. One of the major strengths of a cooperative business is that each member holds equal power. When a member joins, they get equal amount of control over the decisions of the company, no matter how much capital they contribute. 2. Open membership. Anyone can join a cooperative regardless of class, economic status, race, or gender, as long as they can contribute to the company. Whether in form of capital or labor, they are eligible to join. 3. Product and service access. Cooperative business focuses on access rather than profit. One way they accomplish this is by providing access to goods or services in communities that wouldn't otherwise have access. They also ensure that profit created by the cooperative gets invested back into the community and its members, rather than ending up in the pockets of a few shareholders. 4. Social benefits. The primary purpose of a cooperative is to serve the community in which it exists. In addition to providing goods and services, they also serve as a beacon of good business. When a community invests, participates, and supports a cooperative business, the rest of the community becomes stronger and equitably wealthier. The disadvantages of cooperative are 1. Limited capital. Cooperatives are usually at a disadvantage in raising capital because of the low rate of returns on capital invested by the members. 2. Inefficient management. The management of a cooperative society is generally inefficient because the managing committee consists of part-time and inexperienced people. 3. Absence of motivation. A cooperative society is formed for mutual benefit, and the interest of individual members is not fully satisfied. There is no direct link between effort and reward. Hence, members are not inclined to put their best efforts into a cooperative society. We've come to the end of this lesson. Here are a few tasks to evaluate yourself on the topic. 1. Provide a brief overview of 4 distinct types of business enterprises. 2. Present a tabular comparison between a firm and an industry, highlighting their unique characteristics. 3. Examine the factors influencing the size of a firm and analyze their consequences. 4. Classify various types of enterprises discussed in the lesson and elucidate the distinction between different types of partners. Thank you for learning about Firm and Industry Part 1 with me. I'll see you in our next video. Bye!